how does the brain work? It's actually a totally ridiculous question, right? You know, if I were to ask you, how does New York City work? What would that even mean? The brain isn't just an organ, it's behaviorally dependent. It's a plastic system. It seems to be something that goes beyond organ status. Medicine has had so many incredible successes from the beginning of the 20th century onwards that I think there was this belief that you could treat almost all diseases as honorary infectious diseases. You need a different playbook for neurological disease.
I'm a lifelong musician, but don't do too much playing right now. I do a lot of listening. I was in a whole string of bands, and I had a stroke. And I don't play music anymore, but still appreciate it. Still think about it. I'm still a musician internally. I had a hemorrhagic stroke. It was primarily on the right side of my brain, and that affected the left side of my body. So the left side of my body was effectively paralyzed after that. I was 53 at the time. I went to the gym 2 mornings a week. I was a healthy guy. So I was sort of the least likely person that anyone would think would have a stroke. But here I was, recovering from a stroke. And it's a life changer. But it's not a dead end.
From the age of 45 onwards, 1 in 4 people will have a stroke. 1 in 5 women and 1 in 10 men will get Alzheimer's. We know that high intensity, high dose is required, whether it's to do rehabilitation or whether to do restoration. And we know that behavioral experience and input leads to a change in your nervous system that's permanent. Now the idea is why not do something like that where you make permanent change in a broken nervous system for the better?
All right, we're gonna launch the game. Your body is going to become the game controller. You're gonna use that right arm to control Bandit the dolphin.
MindPod Dolphin was really the development that would allow you to transplant yourself from your own sense of inadequate movement to a space in which you suddenly became agile and beautiful and skilled. You were basically playing an immersive neurosport. And it's a mixture of skill, cardiovascular exercise, and cognitive challenge. So a patient has a stroke. Your best chance of reducing impairment and doing reparative work is as soon as possible, because the window of plasticity closes. The idea there is you're going to do the best you can to bring back online the nervous system that they have got available. In parallel, that system then continues into the outpatient clinic. You start using the gamified MindMotion Go to incorporate the gains they're making with the MindPod into everyday activities.
Okay, Ron, that was really great. Even at this harder level, you got a great score. So we'll stick
Digital
with that
therapeutics allow us to bridge the gap across the continuum of care. So as patients are on their road to recovery, it allows the therapist to continually be a part of it every step of the way.
Yeah, you're doing great, Ron.
I think a significant amount of rehabilitation is missed or patients aren't provided with the opportunity to participate in traditional rehab sessions, largely because they're reliant on family members or transportation or access to care. Through the use of digital therapeutics, we're able to allow patients the opportunity to have far more therapy than they would through the standard of care. They also are more engaged in their therapy, and thereby afterward driving optimized outcomes.
I use MindMotion Go a couple times a week. My balance has improved. My walking has improved. The motivation that I have felt while doing the games, I can carry with me when I go out to walk on my own just around the neighborhood. I'd like to have more moments of looking back and being able to say to myself, look how far I've come.
Athletes practice 5 to 6 hours a day almost every day. Unfortunately, if you want to recover from a brain injury or a disease, you're going to have the athlete's level of obsession with respect to getting better. Now, the great advantage of MindMaze is to create a technology that is scalable. It can be done in the hospital, it can be done in the clinic, it can be done in the high street, it can be done at home. And this could be the environment within which all neurological care is given and all future trials are conducted to test for the efficacy of drugs and technologies.